My mom is my inspiration. She has had one hell of a life. Let me rewind. Prior to my arrival, my dad was in a motorcycle accident that put him in a full body cast. He broke over 200 bones in his body. They were told they couldn't have any more children, and then I was conceived. Child number 4. They burned through their savings. My mom sold her wedding ring, and she worked 2 jobs and then some to keep food on the table, as my father was out of work for a long time. She has stories of this time in her life that will awe you. During our childhood years, my mom would watch kids for free for people. She always told us how much it meant to her when we were little, when someone would come out of the blue and do something nice for her. Wow, now looking back, she's always given of herself and her time. Now flash forward 20 years. My parents raised us kids, lots of things happened in between, but none of us would have ever expected my parents to up it and one day buy a restaurant. Sure, it is a small one. You only need one waitress on a slow day, but 2 people who have never worked in a restaurant before up and buy a restaurant? Well, the motive is the kicker, and once again demonstrates my mom's heart. A few years before this grand purchase, my mom's dad, my grandpa, passed away. My parents were very close to my mom's parents, my grandparents, and, well, to make a long story short, my mom and dad quit their jobs and moved up to a town of a population of about 600 people and opened a restaurant so that my mom could be closer to her mom. In those beginning years, my grandma made soups and pies, which were the talk of the town. It got her mind off of my grandpa. Now flash forward 13 years. Yeah, that is right. The restaurant has been going pretty strong for about 13 years. 2 people, no idea about the restaurant biz, and married. This is unheard of. Lots of married couples end in divorce, and now throw in the mix working together for their livelihood, and you get a very small percentage of married couples who could actually claim that title. Recently, though, she's had a rough year. As I said, she's the owner of the restaurant and pretty much the full-time waitress. This February, she broke her ankle. It was a bad break. She had to be off her feet for a long time. To a waitress, this is bad, but to my parents' restaurant, at one point, we thought it might close. My parents struggled through this time, my dad working extra hours and mom finding random people to pick up shifts. It was a very tough time in their life, but once again, my mom always saw the bright side. I remember one day she said that now going through this, she will be the first to help someone in pain. Now here's the good part. My mom is the heart of the restaurant. Last year, she put on a free Thanksgiving dinner for anyone who wanted to come. She said that that's always been a dream of hers, and it came true last year. It was so beautiful. People left tips, and she donated the money to the school. I have story after story of her love for people in life. She used to take this old lady to the nursing home to see her husband because she couldn't drive. Now she helps her mom stay in high spirits through knee replacement, breast cancer, and recently a double mastectomy. My mom has given people jobs that were out on their luck. She's opened the restaurant doors for people and never once questioned where the money was going to come from. She has a faith that is unheard of. She is a shoulder for people to cry on and a smile when you need one. She doesn't have a bad day, and well, if she does, she definitely doesn't show it. Even though my parents never had a lot of money, the busy tourist summer supports the slow, no snow winter months in a business like theirs. My mom is the first person to grab the check at the family dinner outings, buy groceries for me and my other siblings, and she even bought me my first digital SLR camera when I started photography school back in the day to pursue my dream of becoming a photographer years ago. How does this all fit with the Ellen Show? My mom time and time again has impersonated Ellen in a restaurant. You know the move that Ellen used to do, a dance over the table? My mom has done this for customers to make them laugh, and it gets them every time. She has a heart that I would love for Ellen to meet. She does this thing where she just starts laughing to get everyone else to laugh. It works every time. She has stories that will inspire her. She has a smile so genuine you can't but help but smile too. And she has a heart that I can't imagine living without. My mom, in a phrase, is this: she takes what she has been given to her and finds the good. At some might call this faith, and others a good personality, but I truly say that in my life I have never met anyone like her, or nor do I think I ever will. She's my inspiration, and I'm not the only one. There are hordes of people that come and stop just to see her at the restaurant. Thanks for listening. To my mom, I love you.